Lieutenant Gen. J. Silveria gave a speech about race relations to Air Force cadets on September 29 at the Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Jerilee BennettThe Gazette, via Associated Press. The discovery of racist graffiti galvanized the Air Force Academy in September, and the superintendent of the Colorado campus turned that into a teaching moment with a speech about diversity and tolerance that found more than 1 million viewers on the internet. Now officials say the scrawled slur in a dormitory was a hoax by one of its targets, a black cadet candidate. The words "Go home," followed by a racial slur, were found scrawled in marker on message boards outside the rooms of 5 black cadet candidates at the Air Force Academy Preparatory School in late September. The discovery led to an uproar on campus, and the widely shared video of a speech by the superintendent, Lieutenant Gen. J. Silveria. "If you demean someone in any way, you need to get out," General Silveria said in the speech, which was viewed more than 1 million times on the Academy's YouTube channel. "If you can treat someone from another race, or different color skin, with dignity and respect, then you need to get out. If you can treat someone with dignity and respect, then you need to get out." Lieutenant Gen. J.B. Silveria, superintendent at AF_Academy. Twitter.com/TV5 FMP, U.S. Air Force at U.S. Air Force September 28, 2017. Although the slurs were discovered at the preparatory school, a 10-month program that prepares candidates for admission to the Academy proper, General Silveria said it would be naive to think the episode did not reflect on the Academy and the Air Force as a whole. Academy officials swiftly began an investigation. They said in a statement on Tuesday that the cadet candidate had admitted to writing the slurs and was no longer enrolled at the school. "We can confirm that one of the cadet candidates who was allegedly targeted by racist remarks written outside of their dorm room was actually responsible for the act," the Academy said. The individual admitted responsibility and this was validated by the investigation. General Silveria said Tuesday that he stood by the underlying message of his speech, which invoked some of the nation's most divisive racial events. Regardless of the circumstances under which those words were written, they were written, and that deserved to be addressed, he told the Colorado Springs Gazette, referring to the slurs. "You can never overemphasize the need for a culture of dignity and respect, and those who don't understand those concepts aren't welcome here." The Academy said it would provide no further details on the matter, even though there may be additional information already in the public space. That was an apparent reference to the report by the Gazette, which said the candidate had committed the act in a bid to get out of trouble for other misconduct. The episode over the racist graffiti was propelled into national attention weeks after white supremacists rallied in Charlottesville, VA, and amid protests by NFL players over racial inequality, events that General Silveria discussed in his speech. Tracy Whitfield, the mother of one of the students whose message board was written on, posted a photo on Facebook of the slur, saying the country had to do better. "So many young black men are getting killed, and there is no justice for them," Ms. Whitfield told KKTV. "It's a nerve-wracking feeling. These racial slurs cannot be tolerated." As news spread that a black student had written the slurs, some called on General Silveria to directly address the episode as a hate crime hoax. The episode renewed concerns that falsely reported hate crimes could make it more difficult for people with legitimate grievances to be taken seriously, particularly in a time when the reports of hate crimes are highly politicized. "There are opportunists who try to paint this problem as indicative that they are not occurring, when they actually are," said Brian Levin, the director of the Center for the Study of Hate and Extremism. While hoaxes form a tiny percentage of total hate crime reports, Mr. Levin said he had an anecdotal sense that we have seen somewhat of an increase in these hoaxes over the last year or so. One such instance came in December 2016, when an 18-year-old Muslim woman who claimed that 3 men attacked her on a Manhattan subway and tried to pull off her hijab was charged with filing a false report. Any false reports of bias incidents are seized on by those who want to create the impression that no hate crime reporting is legitimate, said Ibrahim Hooper, the spokesman for the Council on American-Islamic Relations. "We have seen an unprecedented spike in the number of hate and bias-related incidents targeting American Muslims and others across the board.